Shalom to the nation of Israel. First and foremost, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach and that rule well today. And peace and salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Once again, I'm the brother Shaquat Gabar coming at you with another quick lesson. And right before I get into this lesson, this message or these videos goes out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. And also to the Israelite foreigners that are scattered amongst the heathen nations and that may take on a physical appearance or look of another nation. But if your bloodline goes back to Negro, Latino, or Native American descent by the seed of your father, you are considered an Israelite as well. So once again, Shalom. So basically, how you see, I got, this video queue up, which I'm going to play two, by the way. Okay, touching on, the M.O.T.B. Okay, which we come to the understanding. Okay, those that follow through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, when it comes to the true doctrine, okay, that's being taught by the men of Great Millstone, okay, and when it comes to Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, okay, as we know, known as the mark of the beast, we call it, okay, the M.O.T.B, we call it, which is known as the mark of the beast, which we call it the M.O.T.B, okay, and when it comes to Revelation, once again, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, okay, that's about to be implemented, okay, when it comes to that prophecy, okay, and mainly the men of Great Millstone, okay, always go into Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 for what it really is, man. Okay, because you got other Israelite camps, okay, falsely teaching when it comes to the M.O.T.B, okay, that's not going to be a physical device. It's not a RFID micro, okay, but it's going to be something spiritual or sin within itself, believing in this system, believing in this man army. And I say this man army going to Esau, Edom rulership, in particular America, okay, sleeping with white women, okay, all type of madness that a lot of these other camps push, okay, these false camps push, okay, such as the likes of IUIC, ISUPK, WFI, okay, Sons of Thunder, okay, and a couple of other Israelite camps that's falsely teaching when it comes to the RFID microchip not being the mark of the beast, okay, but when it comes to current news and the times that we're in now, when it comes to Esau, Edom, okay, these elites, okay, ready to push forth their agenda when it comes to their beast system, okay, through the way of AI and, like I say, technology, okay, we're coming to the time now of more of a cashless society, okay, you hear the talks of CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, okay, at this place in the world, okay, as they want to bring especially when it comes to this place, America, a financial crash, okay, economy collapse, and replacing the physical dollar, okay, by the way of electronic tag when it comes to that RFID micro, okay, once again, the M.O.T.B, okay, you hear about, like I say, CBDCs, okay, smart cities, 15-minute zones when it comes to biometric, okay, facial recognition, okay, transhumanism, okay, you hear the talks about digital wallets, okay, universal basic income, okay, I think I mentioned what for Fed now, okay, and so these are at the door as the brother, okay, I got the channel, his channel when it comes to this video, the M.O.T.B is at the door, okay, off the Hopeful Elect 3, okay, and mainly when it comes to the true men of Yahweh Shemel Shah, the prophets, the men of Great Millstone have always been harping on and giving that warning, okay, when it comes to this type of system that's going to be set up, okay, when it comes to that RFID micro, man, okay, being implemented, okay, and current news are showing it, okay, The technology is moving towards it. Okay. And like I said, but you got false Israelite camps out there that's not teaching what it really is, man. Okay, but you even got certain individuals, okay, even amongst these Christian church or certain average people, okay, starting to see that the system about to be implemented. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this video, and I'm gonna play the next one, and I hope that this lesson is edifying. So let me go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all better get out here and stay prayed up. Y'all better stay prayed the fuck up. If y'all haven't been on social media is a good resource other than the news. We got a lot of shit going around, circling around social media about this neurological chip or contactless payment from chip or certain things of chip this, chip that. That's the mark of the beast right there. I don't care what nobody say. We are in. It's about time. We have come to the end of it. When you sit down and really in Revelation, we in Revelation right now. Everything is chip this, chip that, robot this, Android this, AI this. Yeah. Y'all better stay prayed up on here. I pray for every last one of us, but you know, it's about to go down.
Okay, so you heard the individual, okay, the Jake. Okay, when I say Jake, another way of saying an Israelite. Okay, I don't know he subscribed to being an Israelite. Okay, but when I say Jake, another way of saying Israel, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. Okay, but now this is becoming common when it comes to the coming of the RFID micro. Okay, being introduced. Okay, as society is moving towards a more of a gradualism, conditioning the people. Okay, everything going into a digital format. Okay, he made mention of the AI technology, robots. Okay, also we're going to come to the time of more surveillance and mainly the digital currency. Okay, he made mention of the neural links. Okay, which I'm gonna play the next video. Okay, yeah, but we at that time, man. Okay, when it comes to these elites ready to force this agenda. Okay, when it comes to the NWO, man. Okay, and when it comes to the nation of Israel, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, the only ones that's not going to take that RFID micro or the mark of the beast is the elect, which the elect will consider the 144,000 and the 1/3 that's destined to be saved, man. Okay, that comes to Negro, Latino, and Native American descent. Okay, yeah, because 2/3 of our people, according to Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8, hey, they're going to take it. Okay, and we know according to Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, those of our people that take it, they're going to be destroyed by the way of thermonuclear fire. Okay, the missiles and the chariots. Okay, when I say the chariots, what the world called UFOs, which are the vehicles of the angels, and who the world called Christ, it can be called Christ, which his name is Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew, when it comes to his second coming. Okay, when he returned by the way of the host of the angels, the chariots, to bring the downfall of Esau, Edom, and the NWO, and these heathens. Okay, ain't no salvation, okay, for these other nations. Okay, their future is captivity. Once Yahweh Shai established the kingdom of Israel, and at that time, the only ones that's going to be delivered is the elect out of that great destruction and from out of the times of Jacob's trouble. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. But 2/3 going to be cut off and judged, especially those that take that RFID micro. Okay, and I'm going to get more and more into that. But let me go ahead and play the next video. Yeah, so we in the time of Esau, Edom. Okay, presenting this let me see, I thought I had it already. I don't know if they, let me see. Okay, here you go. How you saw you done ready to present the new way of living. Okay, when it comes to the agenda, man. Okay, through the way of technocracy. Okay, and you starting to see Trump more and more pushing towards that technocracy, all the technocrats that he got surrounded with him when it comes to his administration. Okay, it's such as Elon Musk. He's pushing Neuralinks. Okay, and Neuralink technology. Okay, he's just the face of it, but many other companies. Okay, when it comes to the implants in the brain. Okay, matter of fact, let me go ahead and play this, and I'm gonna get another one too.
The future is gonna be amazing. We're gonna be able.
Let me start it over. And this is one of the brothers from amongst the GMS Canada branch. Okay, and when it comes to this video, and I'm gonna go ahead and play it, but it says he took the M.A.R.K. in his forehead. Okay, at GMS YUK on Canada. Okay, and the brother very edifying. Okay, and diligent. Okay, both brothers. Okay, pushing forth this word. Okay, but let me go ahead and play this video. Okay, you know, certain brothers say that this video could be AI. Okay, artificial intelligent. Okay, a deep fake video. Okay, but whether it's fake or real, okay, it's still pushing the narrative of the RFID micro, okay, ready to be implemented, okay, and being presented, okay, when it comes to Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. So let me go ahead and play this one. I'm just gonna play the quick minute of it, okay, as a brother, did his response off of it, okay, off this page. But I'm gonna go ahead and play just the little bit, the short minute of it. And I think I'm gonna get another video too with Elder Mawat Zak from the GMS LA branch. Okay, he did a video earlier last week. Okay, about the over there in Dubai when it came to a museum called the Museum of the Future. Okay, but let me play this one.
And do you have any side effects? No, I don't have any side effects. Do you have any? I don't have any. Can you feel it? I can't feel it. Is it? I was able to do it and I did it.
And how long did that take you?
That took me about a week.
And then you went home.
I practiced at home.
And so what do you think the biggest benefit of this is?
The biggest benefit is that it's going to help people with spinal cord injuries and people with Parkinson's disease and people with epilepsy and people with depression, anxiety, and all these different things. I could still move the mouse with my mind.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
Is it like a chip?
It's a small chip, yeah.
So I'm curious about the device itself, the actual. How long did it take to get used to it?
It was a process, it took a few months to really get comfortable with it, but now it's just part of me in my head.
Can you show me
Right here. So the future's going to be amazing. We're going to be able to do so much more.
Okay, so you heard that individual. Like I say, certain brothers say this might become be AI or AI video, but it's still pushing in the narrative of that RFID micro. Okay, in this sense, when it comes to the implant in the head. Okay, and I'll try to be careful. Hey, but hell, it's out there now, man. When it comes to the type of technology being pushed, man. Now you talk on certain controversy topics, they're ready to strike your video. Okay, when it comes to the YouTube algorithm. Okay, but you see this. Once again, it appeared to be a Jake. Okay, which is like I say, where Jake, a so-called Negro black man, endorsing the Neuralink, okay, implant and all the miracles that can come with it, the effects that come with it when it comes to the technology. Okay, hey, so this is what they pushing, man. Okay, now let me go see if I can. I'm gonna find the Elder Mawat Zak channel. Okay, this is his backup channel, GMS Rock Solid Foundation on 3. Okay, and this what he post what let me see, I think of it a couple of days ago. Here we go.
This is the neural chip.
Okay, here we go. Off his channel, the Museum of the Future, M.O.T.B on display. Okay, and this over. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and play the video.
It's going to allow us to communicate with telepathy, with people, and with robots. No thank you. Here at the Museum of the Future. This is the neural chip. It's going to allow us to communicate with telepathy, with people, and with robots. No thank you. Here at the Museum of the Future in Dubai. This right here, this system, is the first payment instrument under your skin for contact with planet. There's a reason that Neo and John Connor tried to take out the robots of the future. This artificial intelligence is here.
Yesterday I visited the Museum of the Future located in Dubai, which is architecturally stunning, but it's more of an immersive experience than a museum. The opening date on the space shuttle that you launch from is 2/22/2071 in the future. 222 is my son's birthday. Part of the exhibit was preserving life. They have 2,000 different species that are located in jars that are to extract DNA. It very much gave Jurassic Park vibes. And had an octopus, or as I call Cousin Bubba the alien. They had fragments of actual spaceships in there. Here's me on NPC mode. One of the booths you could actually choose to take a mission to go to space, which I would do anytime if space is even real. Getting back to what I said about robots trying to take over the future, this is a peregrine falcon along with a spider and a robot dog that are designed to collect data. And as you know, the peregrine falcon is the fastest bird in the world that they would use as drones. Now, it's a beautiful museum, and I was always fascinated by technology, but no.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he caused all hosts.
Okay, so that's the elder M.O.T.B, okay, of GMS Los Angeles branch. Okay, and, I just wanted to play the quick clip or the opening of this video. Okay, going into over there in Dubai as well. Okay, they're pushing when it comes to the Museum of the Future. Okay, when it comes to the M.O.T.B technology, man. Okay, so worldwide, man. Okay, as Esau Edom and these heathens, when it comes to these elites, okay, ready to push forward their agenda. Okay, and like I say, all the scripture says, okay, when it comes to the M.O.T.B, okay, matter of fact, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, I was gonna start off with Habakkuk 2, but I'll get that. I'm gonna start off with Revelation through the Spirit now. 13 and verse 16. And it says, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. That means all nations. Okay. And it says, it doesn't matter your status. Okay. And it says, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay. And when it comes to the absent of the RFID micro being implemented in the people's hands, okay, the scriptures also say implemented in the left hand or the right hand. Okay, that's going to come to the convenience part of buying and selling, the monetary gain. Okay, as everything moving towards a cashless society in a digital format. Okay, in the form of digital currency. Okay, these elites want to implement. Okay, and the people had to take that physical device. Okay, but also in the part of the neural links when it comes to the forehead, when it comes to the implants in the people's brains, man. Okay, that's the more convenience part when it comes to that. Okay, as they pushing their miracles. Okay, in the form of saw a couple of videos. Okay, the neural link, people that paralyzed or blind. Okay, you had Elon Musk made a statement, okay, in one of his videos that those neural links in the implant gonna cause miracles, okay, as in the form of Jesus-like miracles, okay, which we know his name is Yahweh Shai, okay, but still they pushing that it come into the form of miracles, because we know that Yahweh Shai did miracles, man, okay, but on the right hand side, man, okay, Esau Edom come with the technology on the left hand side through the spiritual demon Satan, the form miracles, man, in the form of those neural links, man, okay, you heard that the other, like I said in that video, the second video I played, the man would ever move the mouse, okay, when it comes to computers with his brain, just by the way of thinking, okay, so those are the type of miracles they're gonna push, man. People able to gain their sight back, okay, or be able to walk, be able to have speech, to talk, or communicate through computer technology, phones, okay, and it says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the number of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay, and I already got it queued up when it goes into that word mark there in the Greek, in the blue letter. Okay, so let me get that. Okay, so I already got it queued up. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Yeah, that's why it's always important to go into words. Okay, as the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, okay, always encourage brothers when it comes to the blue letter. Okay, yeah, a lot of these other camps, they don't go into the blue letter. Okay, starting with the Hebrew, okay, or the Greek or the Latin. Okay, but this word mark here, okay, in the Greek, I'm gonna play it.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma.
Okay, Choratma or Sharatma. Okay, in the strong info is from the same as G5482, a scratch or etching, a stamp or a sculpture figure, graven mark. Okay, so something physical, man, something to cut in the flesh, man. And it says out of the biblical usage, a stamp, an imprint mark, or the mark stamp on the forehead or the right hand as the badge or the follower of the Antichrist. Okay, which you know the word Antichrist, the word anti meaning against, okay, and Christ meaning anointed. Okay, when it comes to Esau Edom in the system, okay, of the NWO and those that start with our people that taking a liking to it, and especially those that are people that take their RFID micro, they're gonna be against, okay, the anointed, okay, against what Yahweh Shai say not to do, man. Okay, when it comes to taking that RFID micro, and those that bowing down to this system, okay, this NWO. The mark branded upon horses, okay, so it's gonna be a physical device, a thing craved, sculpture, graven work, or idolatrous images, okay, and that's what Esau Edom pushing, okay, when it comes to this NWO, through their technology, okay, the worship or the idolatry, okay, the idolize, okay, them, in the system by the way of AI, okay, making themselves being on a godlike status, man, when it comes to M.O.T.B, okay, because not only going to be just for buying and selling or miracles, okay, it's going to be in the form of tracking, surveillance, okay, you hear about planetary, okay, data centers that being set up, okay, and so that's what that mark intends, okay, the RFID micro, okay, a physical device, Karatma, okay, and that's what they're pushing, man. So that's it on that. Get back into the scriptures. Hold on, give me a minute. Okay, so like I've been saying, that's what they're pushing, man. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's get this. Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And that's the time that we in now, the time of the end of Esau Edom rulership, as they in their power. But eventually them being taken out of power when Yahweh shall return and establish the kingdom of Israel. Okay? 2nd Ezra 6, verse 6 through 9. Okay, but now we're in the time of knowledge, okay, has increased. Okay, that's what they're going into. Okay, especially when it comes to Esau Edom in the system. Okay, let's get this. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. And it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I will answer when I am reproved. And that's us that has been called in the faith. Okay, us are the hopeful elect, involved in this ministry. Okay, and we being on our watch. Okay, when it comes to current news, especially in this case, the RFID micro. Okay, how they want to present it. Okay, like I say, through a crisis. Okay, Palo crisis. Okay, that they're going to lead to more of a strict legislations, martial law, detention centers, chipping stations. Okay, it be coming in a time of famine, pestilence. Okay, more surveillance. Okay, technocracy. Okay, and the Lord answered me, said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may runneth that readeth it. And that's what we're telling you. In this case, when it comes to the vision or the prophecy or the RFID micro that's about to be implemented. Okay, for the vision is yet for appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So it ain't tarrying no more. Okay, when it comes to the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, when it comes to the prophecies and his word being presented to you, you tribes, man. Okay, when it comes to you, the nation of Israel. Okay, yeah. So it's high time to wake out of sleep, man. Let's get that. Let me see. Let's get this one. Matter of fact, let's get this. Let's get this one. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But the times and the seasons, brother, ye had no need that I write unto you, for yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord so will come as a thief in the night. Okay, so unexpectedly. Okay, but us that's in the faith, we know the times that we in. Okay, because we had the eyes out and being guided through the spirit. Okay, of Yahweh Shai Shai, and through the men that he set up. Okay, like I say, the men of great millstone and the true sincere blooded on down. That's out there constantly giving that warning. They constantly prophesying. Okay, and it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as a travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay, so now you got this government saying peace, safety. Okay, but we're on the verge of all hell breaking loose, man. And in an instance, like I say, any crisis they can use the opportunity to implement that RFID micro. Okay, and we know it's going to come by the way of more strict legislations, gradualism, conditioning the people. Okay, as they pushing for it now. Okay, in the form of the AI technology that they pushing. Okay, and it says, but ultimately that's going to lead to more destruction, especially when it comes to those that are people that take that RFID micro. Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, being destroyed by the way of the missiles and the chariots. And when it comes to this place, America, are totally annihilated, man. Okay. But you, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. And that's us that have the understanding, especially when it comes to that RFID micro, and not to take it, even if it mean unto death. Okay, have to be a martyr for the truth or for the faith. Okay, when it comes to Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. Okay, but we know eventually the Yahweh Shai Shai, those are the elect. Okay, that's not going to see death. The Lord going to have the covering of the elect. Okay, or men, women, and children. Okay, when it comes to the right hand side of the Lord performing miracles by the way of Yahweh Shai through the Spirit. Okay, angels being a guide. Okay, certain men getting spiritual power to help guide the rest of the elect, or the 1/3 when it comes to men, women, and children. Okay, we know about Isaiah 4:1. Okay, know plenty of scriptures. The Lord said that He's going to be the covering of His elect. Okay, Psalms the 91st chapter, or the 91 chapter. Okay, uh, Isaiah 59:19. Okay, uh, the Lord said His servants is going to eat, His servants is going to drink, rejoice. Okay, when it comes to the miracles of the Lord on the right hand side. Okay, through that power, man, that spiritual power and the guidance of the Lord. Okay, and that's what we're looking forward to. Okay, also the hopeful that serving Yahweh Shem Shah and the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah being our strong tower, being our defense. Okay, Proverbs the 18th chapter. It says, "You are all the children of light. You are the children of light, the children of the day. We are not in the night nor darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober." Okay, hey, so there's going to majority of our people, the 2/3, starting with a lot of these false Israelite camps, starting with their heads, that's sleeping spiritually when it comes to that RFID micro. Okay, and they saying it is not that when it comes to Revelation chapter 13 verse 16, saying there's something spiritual. Okay, sin itself. Okay, that is not going to be a electronic device. Okay, so they still sleep when it comes to that concept of the RFID micro or the M.O.T.B. Okay, right along with the average so-called Negro, Latino, Native American that trust in this world, that trust in these false gods and idol worship. They're not knowing what the RFID micro for what it really is. Okay, because they sleep, they slumber. Okay, but us that have called in the faith through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai had understanding. Okay, we know what times that we in, and when it comes to Esau Edom presenting that RFID micro, man. Okay, I'm about to say the real ID. Hey, they that too. I ain't make mention of that. The real ID, the real digital ID they push it now. The bring more conditioning, gradualism to the people. Now you got to get you a real ID to travel. When it comes to passports or certain interests, certain jobs, okay, certain licenses, okay, all that leading to that RFID micro, man. Okay, yeah, but once again, we're not those that's in the dark, okay, but that's the light, okay, watching, okay, we're not in that spiritual slumber. Let's get this, and I'll get ready to close. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 14. Wherefore you say, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahweh Shai shall give thee light. Okay, and ultimately that's the elect that's going to be awakened into the truth. Okay, that light. Okay, coming to the understanding. Okay, knowing Yahweh Shem Shai. Of course, knowing that we're Israelites. Okay, but knowing Yahweh Shem Shai is going to only bring the deliverance to the Israelites, starting with the elect. And knowing that through much trials and tribulations, we're going to have to enter into the time, okay, when it comes to Jacob's trouble, being delivered, and being delivered, and enter into the kingdom when Yahweh shall return to bring true salvation, man. Okay, and then eventually we're going to rule. Okay, yeah, but majority of our people right now, the 2/3, they're spiritually dead. Okay, or spiritual sleep. Okay, and Yahweh shall give thee light. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil, especially when that RFID micro is on full display and fully implemented, man. Okay, when it comes to being mandatory and under certain restrictions or strict legislations. Okay, and it says, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. Okay, and so we know the will of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Okay, especially when it comes to that RFID micro. And the will of the Lord, those of our people that take it, they're going to be destroyed right along with Esau, Edom, and these heathens here in America when it comes to this place destruction by the way of the missiles and the chariots. Once again, Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. Okay, and the 2/3 of our people that be judged on the side, okay, eventually they're going to have to be reborn back in the kingdom. Okay, And the heathen nation that perish on the side, which they can take the RFID micro, because ain't no salvation for any other nation but the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay? But the ones of these heathen nation that perish on the side, they're going to come back in the kingdom being slaves, man. Okay? Starting with the elites. Okay? Because the elites and the heathen nation that remain after the aftermath of the Third World War, they're going to be reserved for captivity. And like I said, the ones of these heathens that perish on the side, they're going to be reborn back in the kingdom. Okay? Being service unto us. Okay? When it comes to them being reborn, okay, when it comes to these heathens, they're going to be reserved, okay, starting with the elites, okay, and like I said, the 2/3 that perish on the side, they're going to be reborn back in the kingdom, or reincarnated back in the kingdom through the elect, once the kingdom is established, okay, which the land of Israel going to be cleansed by the way of fire, okay, by the way of the missiles and the chariots, because the people that's over there are not the true inheritors, okay. But let me get this. But this place, America, will be totally destroyed and never inhabited again by nations once the fire and smoke dies down. Okay? But the ones of you Negro, Latino, Native Americans at this time, in the coming time, in the near future, that take that RFID micro, y'all gonna be destroyed, man. Okay, by the way of the missiles, man. Okay? Once again, Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. Okay? And thus are the hopeful elect, just as that, our hope is in Yahweh Shema Shai, okay, that we be found worthy to escape, okay, that we not be given into the time of that temptation when the RFID micro is presented. But the Lord delivering us, man. And the Lord said that He's going to do that, okay, but it's all about enduring, okay. And our hope is in Yahweh Shema Shai, okay, which can do far greater things than that RFID micro that Esau Edom is going to present when it comes in the form of miracles, okay, or buying and selling, okay. The Lord is going to be our guide, man, okay. Hey, like Elder Apostle Tahar always say or make mention, hey, when it comes to that RFID micro, okay, it's not really Esau Edom presenting it. It's really the Lord mark on the left-hand side for those of our people, the 2/3 that take it, okay, a Negro, Latino, Native American descent, really to mark them and seal their fate to be judged, man, okay. But let me get this and I'll get ready to close. Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Okay, so now it's high time to wake out of sleep. It's June. It's June. Yeah, we seeing what's being displayed, man. Okay, more and more when it comes to that RFID micro. Especially when it comes to you false Israelite camps that still hopping on that the mark of the beast is just sin or something spiritual. That ain't the RFID micro, okay? Like I say, man, mainly starting with IUIC. Okay, they had Bishop Nathaniel. ISUPK, they had General Yohana. Okay, WFI, Sons of Thunder, and any other individual that coming against on the mark of the beast not being an RFID micro, man. Okay? But soon time will tell. Okay? We already know what time it is, man. Okay, us are the hopeful elect. Okay? Start with the men of Yahweh Shema Shai. And when it comes to the men of Great Millstone, they're truly out there teaching, man. And the true sincere brother on down. Okay? And so we almost at that time, man. Okay? So stay prayed up. Keep fighting, keep pushing, keep enduring. Okay? And keep giving all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? So once again, Lord willing, I pray that the lesson will edify until next time, Lord willing. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Bashem B'Rakah HaKodash. Till next time, Lord willing. Shalom. To the hopeful elect. Shalom.